Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will be presenting a discussion about a prominent figure in the field of Islamic historical studies, namely is John Edward Westbrook. This name may not be well known among the general Muslim community, but he had a major influence in English language academic research, particularly in the ways on how we understand the early history of Islam and the development of the Quran. John Edward Westbrook was born in 1928 in the United States. He spent most of his academic career in the United Kingdom, specifically at the School of Oriental and African Studies, or SOAS, University of London, a well-known institution for Eastern and African study. He worked there for several decades and become one of the most influential scholars in the field of Islamic studies internationally. Okay, one of Westbrook's most radical ideas was the theory that the writing and compilation of the Quran took place rather late, compared the traditional view that was finalized during the Prophet's own lifetime. According to him, the compilations or the texts occur several generations after the Prophet Muhammad, once the Muslim community had firmly established itself with this distinct identity apart from other communities. This approach by John Westbrook has been called by some scholars an revisionist or reinterpretative approach. This is because he tried to reevaluate Islamic source, including hadith and sirah, from a perspective quite different from traditional Islamic scholars. Along with that, Westbrook also introduced the method of critical textual analysis, which had long been used in biblical studies to the studies of Quranic texts. He viewed the Quran as a literary text that immigrated from an Arabic-speaking society with a rich oral traditions, and one that required deep analysis of a language and rhetoric. Among Westbrook's most important works, which continue to be cited to this day, are two major books. The first is entitled Quranic Studies, Source and Methods of Scriptural Interpretations, published in 1977. This book analyzes how, in his view, the Quranic text emanates from a long oral traditions, then was codified into written form after a gradual process of editing and interpretations. His second book is the Sectarian Milieu, Content and Compositions of Islamic Salvation History. This book published in 1978. In this book, Westbrook argued that the early Islamic movement developed in an environment full of sectarian conflict involving doctrinal clash and religious currents at that time. such as Judaism, Christianity, and various other groups in the Near East. This perspective suggests that the history of Islam spread cannot be separate from the theological and political of its era. However, John's Wansbrook views also attract many criticisms, especially from Muslim scholars. One common argument is that Wansbrook theories are speculative and not sufficiently supported by strong historical facts. Scholars emphasize that the Quranic text was reliably memorized and transmitted from the time of the prophets, peace be upon him, and that all manuscripts, such as the Sunah manuscript, show the existence of a very early Quranic text, contradicting Wansbrook's theory of a gradual editing. John Wansbrook passed away in 2002, but the legacy of these ideas continues to now be debated to this day. Some contemporary scholars still use his analytical framework to study the development of Islam, while others see the refutes in with modern manuscript evidence and archaeological research. So, in conclusions, John Edward Wansbrook was an important figure worth knowing for anyone interested in the study of Islamic history. Although he often stirred controversy, his ideas challenges used to look at history in a more critical and multi-layered way. This attitude in the academic world is considered healthy because it drives more research and scholarly debates. Thank you.